Show in Elk City.
Remind me to tell you something about that off the air.
Okay, but I may not remember.
Well, I won't either. That's why I need you to tell me.
Okay, but I can't remember because
I will
I don't
try
remember stuff anymore.
to remember to remind you.
Mm-hmm.
To remind me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem.
225-9697, 55 degrees. Feels great outside.
Last night, Nathan, speaking of that, last night we're getting ready for bed. And boy, that's a process. I hate getting ready for bed. It seems like it takes me hours to get ready for bed. Anyway, we've started leaving a fan on for the dog because the dog hears things and then the dog barks. So if you cover up the outside noises with the fan, the dog's less likely to bark. So I'm getting ready for bed. Last night, my wife says, "Oh, be sure to, would you turn on the fan for the dog?" Guess what I forgot to do 3 seconds later? Came back, got in the bedroom, got in bed, did not turn on the fan because I cannot remember things. It was not 30 seconds later, Nathan. Forgot all about it. Completely.
By the way, congratulations on finally... I just wanted to congratulate you
Listen,
on that.
there's only one, okay?
It took a lot of bravery. I don't know where it came from, but you did it. Hey, Barns and Carports, Oklahoma's metal source, metal roofing and steel buildings. It's on the front page of the Penny News. Hope you got your copy because you can't have mine. Brian's Buy of the Week is in the Penny News. Landry, you've got to round up the weeds, okay? Kill the weeds, kill them dead. Buy this. Get this free. It's a $29.99 1.1 gallon jug of Roundup weed and grass, but you get a 1.25 gallon Roundup weed and grass refill for free. I mean, come on. That's Brian's Buy of the Week at Woods, Elk City, Clinton, Woodward, Altus. 10 minutes after, it's about 55 degrees of weather at the bottom.
Did you know that Yukon has an Atwoods?
Yes.
Norman has an Atwoods.
I knew that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's play. Where is an Atwoods?
Enid. Its headquarters in Enid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is Brian Atwood from Enid?
I bet. Come on, why wouldn't he be? It was one of the things I thought a few weeks ago when the tornado hit Enid. I wondered, oh, is that close to Atwoods?
Does he still pick up the Penny News and take it to Enid? He still delivers,
Who,
right?
Brian Atwood?
Yeah.
Sure.
He delivers the Penny News.
Oh,
right?
no doubt. He's been running our route for years up there.
If anybody could, it would be him.
We've been knowing him a long time, later.
Enid's one of it's one of those towns I forget about. I've never been to Enid.
I hadn't either. If anybody in the listening area has been to Enid, what is it like?
I keep calling Phillips University and nobody answers.
Man, that's crazy. What you just said?
I keep calling. Advance Air Force Base still open?
Did you say
There.
advance? It sounds like you said advance.
Is Vance Air Force Base still open?
Yes.
So it's open. So if I called, they would answer.
In fact, I think the tornado got close to Vance.
I think you're right. You remember when there was a Phillips University? It shut down probably
25 or 30 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah. It was a long time
What, did
ago.
they forget to pay the bill? Or?
Didn't Mark Price's dad coach there? Mark and Brent Price's dad?
They're from Enid.
Mm-hmm.
He may have. Did either of those Price boys get into coaching?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I remember when Brent played at Ogie, everybody thought that was the next coming of
Wayman Tisdale.
Wayman Tisdale and Rick Barry.
Yeah, he's all right.
Where did Mark play at
Cleveland Cavaliers.
college?
Georgia Tech.
I thought that was Georgia Tech. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I should have gone with my gut.
We all want to be in control of our lives, make our own decisions, do what we want to do. When you finally stop working, will you be able to make your own decisions and do what you want to do, or will you be at the mercy of others? Advanced Financial Strategies. Brian and Briley Baca, they'll help. The website is retirewithbaca.com.
Nathan, today is the last day of finals.
All right, tell me about this.
For SWAZO.
My son told me last night, he said, hey, did you hear what happened to Canvas? You guys can talk about that on the show. Landry, explain what Canvas is.
Now, every school in the world at all levels have some sort of internet platform they use for learning. The high schools have it, and colleges and universities also. SWAZO uses a learning management system called Canvas. And professors like me put class stuff, online in Canvas. Every class has a Canvas course. And so all my students can go, they find the syllabus, which is the document that explains policies and procedures. I can put quizzes there. I can put tests there, assignments, information. And yesterday, I got word through the university for which I work, SWAZU, there's a problem with Canvas. It's unavailable. And what a lot of people learned pretty quickly was why it became unavailable. There are hackers and ransom people, ransomware things, where they hijack your online platform and they say, we're going to take it over, and unless you give us money, we're going to share all of this privileged, classified, private information about students and faculty unless you give us money. So now, instead of taking people hostage and demanding ransom, you have hackers taking websites and learning management systems like Canvas hostage and saying, you have to give us money, and then we will not dump all this secure information, all this private information on the internet. And my problem is, Nathan, today is the last day of finals, and I have students who are supposed to take a final this morning. As soon as this show ends, I have students who are supposed to take an online final in Canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't gotten word that Canvas is up and running, and I haven't checked yet. And so if my students are unable to take the final this morning, what do? Well, I can extend exam access if I have access to Canvas, which I don't. The problem is, according to the news story, and by the way, this group calls itself Shiny Hunters. Here's a story from Wired at Harvard. Thousands of schools around the U.S. were paralyzed Thursday after education tech firm Instructure shut down access to its Canvas platform following a breach by hackers going by the name Shiny Hunters. Shiny Happy Hunters. Shiny Hunters has said, okay, we'll give you until May 12th to meet our demands. Now, I don't know who's supposed to meet the demands, if it's the individual universities or if it's, my guess is it's Instructure, the company that owns it. According to one story I saw last night, Nathan, 41% of all colleges across the country use Canvas. It's not just SWAZU, it's OU, it's OSU, it's Duke. It's lots and lots of schools with lots and lots of students and information.
So who's supposed to actually pay the money?
I guess it's Instructure, the company that owns Canvas.
Okay, I see.
And so what happened? I mean, the 12th is, let's see, that's Tuesday. Well, finals in today. My grades, SWAZU's grades are due Monday. I'm supposed to have final grades for all my classes submitted Monday.
So what have your bosses told you?
We're taking a wait-and-see approach. So what do I do?
Wait. I'll tell you what you do. You wait and see.
Well, I have a range of options available to
okay.
me. The dreaded, the worst option, but probably the most logical, the most likely. All the students who aren't able to take the final have to get an incomplete.
All right, lady, tell me who's singing this.
The girl, Chloe Coral Wilhite.
I hate it when the internet
What's her
lies.
name?
I hate it when the internet lies.
Ella
to me.
Langley? Is it Ella Langley?
Well, you're right, but it wasn't supposed to be. I hate it when the internet lies to me. The internet just lied to me.
I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with myself that I came up with her name.
Doggone it.
I can't remember to turn the fan on.
By the way,
before I
did
go
you
to
know
bed.
that country singer Luke Combs is supposed to be at OU tomorrow? Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium?
I didn't know it was tomorrow.
Doing a concert.
I
yeah.
knew a while back people were really excited that Luke Combs was going to Norman. Can he fill that place? Is he that popular?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? Time will tell.
I mean, I figure he could probably fill the south end zone.
We're going to find out tomorrow is what we're going to do.
I hope when he comes, he turns Canvas back on because, OU uses it. SWAZU uses it. You know what I could do? I could get on to the SWAZU website and see if Canvas is available.
Well, why not?
If not me, who? If not now, when? Nathan, we need to be the change that we've been waiting for.
We know. 96.5 KECO is the early morning show, 18 minutes after 7. Sitting at about 55 degrees, clear skies, light winds. It's going to be warmer today than it was yesterday by about 10 degrees. We're going to get up into the mid-80s today. Your weather coming up at the bottom of the hour.
You know what we're doing about it, Nathan? We're monitoring the situation.
Are you keeping an eye out? Are you keeping your
keeping our
eyes on things?
ear to the ground.
Uh-huh.
We're weighing all possibilities, all options, considering all eventualities.
God, do you remember when Romo pulled off the impossible in that crazy ending in week 1 of the 2015 season?
11 years
Week
ago.
1, yes.
25th.
It was that crazy ending. Yeah, I have no idea.
Nathan,
What?
I just accessed Canvas through the Swazi website.
I thought you weren't supposed to be able to do that.
I thought it wasn't. Is it possible I got an email saying that Canvas is available that I just haven't seen yet?
Yeah, well, anything's possible.
Is it, though?
No.
Is anything possible?
No.
Okay, I'm in my email,
Yeah, you are.
and I do not see a single message telling me that I have. No, I did get a message last night at 8:16 saying we're monitoring the situation, but I don't have any emails saying we have access to Canvas. However, I did just open up Canvas from the
Well,
Swazi email.
then something's
Hold
going on.
Well, I don't trust that. Having access to Canvas, that's suspicious. U.S. history since 1877. See, it's my U.S. history since 1877 class that's taking the final.
I can't believe the terrorists are out to ruin education. I guess that's how they're going to get us.
Anything to make a buck.
Most farm equipment has cylinders, and if those cylinders leak, Bird can fix them. Tear it apart, replace the seals, put it back together. Down the road you go. Down the row you go. Bird does this for Camrock Supply. Old Bird, he's at Camrock Supply on South Main in Elk City next to Fred's Steakhouse.
Well, good news if you're one of my students and you're an online student, you're a Zoom student, it looks like I have access to Canvas, so you should be able to take your final exam.
Well,
this
you do
morning.
right now. Will it be there in 30 minutes? An hour?
Let me talk to the people at, what do we call them? Shiny people? Shiny hunters?
The shiny.
Shiny hunters? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Who are the hackers? Who are the ransom?
Why don't we call them what they are? The greedy criminals.
Shiny hunters. There you go.
Nathan and Landry have to spray their throats with honey and lemon now. The Early Morning Show on KECO.
Briley Bacca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in Western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Bacca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800 or visit our website, retirewithbacca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
We start off by taking some photos, and so that I can kind of come up with a plan. But the most important factor with coming up with that plan is finding out what the patient's idea of the perfect smile is. Not necessarily everyone has the same idea of a perfect smile. Kind of like women that go to the nail shop for their fingernails. They don't all want the same shape, the same color. It's finding out what will work with their face to enhance their beauty as much as possible. Sometimes we will do a trial smile where I can send into the lab and do a mock-up, and we can actually kind of put something in their mouth to have an idea of what the outcome could look like to make sure we get the smile just right.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens, swdentalok.com,
Where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
They're expecting me to get whatever task done. To a farmer, a tractor, combine, gets them up and running. He's back in the field, makes some money. Guy in the oil field, their piece of equipment's running again. That makes some money. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oil field or agriculture. So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. You're a oil field customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. If we're competitive on price, we say we'll bring it to you, we'll do whatever it takes to get it to you, make life easier on you, or you can call us to solve a problem. Hey, can you get this? Why wouldn't you? American Hose and Supply, 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in the Camrock building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123. 303-1123.
Why wouldn't you?
.5 KECO. It's the early morning show.
Did we meet the ransom guy's demands?
I did. I didn't want to tell you.
Did you cut the check?
I went ahead and paid
I
it.
thought I saw money had been moved from your account. Did Leanne Butler approve that? Did you have to get permission from her to pay these hackers? These ransomware people?
Landry, I guess you know that about a month ago there was hail in the northeast part of Elk City. I guess you know that. I guess you know it fell on the vehicles at BD Ford in the northeast part of Elk City. I guess you know what that means. They dropped the prices. I mean, I guess you know that, right? BD Ford dropping prices, putting smiles on faces, getting her done. Northeast part of Elk City. You know, it's almost last night I went to a concert. It was the Elk City Elementary and Intermediate Schools end of the year final concert. 2 days ago, you went to the Brown and White Assembly, which is in Elk City. The Brown and White is where they hand out awards
And money.
and it just, you know what? It reminds me we're at the end of the school year. Is what we are. I mean, you're giving a final in college.
Yesterday, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
wanna-
you're fine.
Yesterday, I engaged in the time-honored parental tradition of moving a daughter out of a dorm. First time I'd ever done that, by the way. Back on August 15th. And yesterday was so much more pleasant than dorm move-in day. Back in August. You remember August 15, Nathan?
No.
Remember how hot it was that day?
No.
August 15. August is maybe the most miserable month of the year. You're at the end of summer, and boy, is it summer. It is hot. And then they're trying to start school. And you can't learn when it's that hot.
No.
It's just scientifically proven. Science has proven it. You can't learn when it's that hot. August 15 was dorm move-in day for my daughter. And so my wife and I went to Weatherford, moved her into Stewart Hall on the SWAZU campus in Weatherford. It was wretchedly hot. Nathan, the sweat was pouring off of me as I made trip after trip after trip from my vehicle inside
So
Stewart
take
Hall.
us to yesterday.
Yesterday, much better, much more pleasant. The temperatures were lovely. It was dorm move-out day. So May 7th, much more pleasant than August 15th. And yet I still had to make several trips from the dorm room, and this was on floor 2. And so you have to go down one set of steps and then go down another set and then down and then down and then out the back door. And for the first 2 times, I almost fell because there's about a 6-inch drop off to the first step. And then you go down more steps. You walk to the vehicle. You fill it up with whatever's in your hands. Then you turn around, reverse the process, go back up to the dorm room. And I wound up making, I don't know, 8 or 10 trips from the dorm room.
That is
to the vehicle.
just a sad story, Landry. Is
But
what that
you know
is.
what? There were other young people doing the same thing. You know, our young people were moving out of the dorms yesterday.
Were they getting a 50-pound bag of Laina and 16% layer crumbles or pellets at Atwood's for $22.99 a bag? 50-pound bag of Strategy Professional Formula GX. Feed your horse, Landry. Equine Senior Feed. Usually $27.99. Right now, just $23.99. Feed them horses. Feed them chickens. And feed yourself 24 to 32-ounce Atwood's Farmhouse Whatcha Dill and Double Dill Pickles. 2 for $10. 2 for $10, Landry. They're usually $7.99 each. 2 for $10. And this is going to mean a lot to you. Men's and women's footbed sandals at Atwood's, regularly $29.99. Right now, $19.99. Save $10. That's a third off the price. That's 1/3 savings, Landry.
That's 33 1/3%.
2 days from now is Mother's Day. Don't y'all forget it. 2 days from now is Mother's Day. Don't forget to remember Mama.
Nathan, can I get a ride with you to Dollar General
Mama.
to do our shopping?
Mama.
What time are you planning to go?
To the DG.
To the DG, yeah. Don't they have peas on sale?
Tuesday.
Mom loves peas, right?
I'm going to go to Walls and get some candy. Look, a little white on it. It'll be all right.
I think Dollar General has some peas on sale. Mom, how many cans of peas do you want for Mother's Day? 225-9697. Text us and let us know. Mom, and by the way, thank you, Nathan, for cutting a check to the shiny hunters, hackers who were holding Canvas hostage. Apparently, I have access to Canvas this morning, the SWAZU learning management system that was being held hostage by shiny hunters.
All right, Landry, I got to go to the text line because I just remembered we have one. First of all, good morning, men. And then about 15 minutes later, Nathan, it's Frank Costanza. Mr. Steinbrenner's here. George is dead. Call me back. Brilliant. Also, we were calling out Enid, Oklahoma.
Yeah?
One of our listeners says Enid's population is 50,000.
Wow.
Is it really that big? 50?
Imagine if Phillips University hadn't closed.
Good morning, you yoo-hoos. Glad you are standing guard on this Friday like a chocolate soldier. Like a chocolate soldier.
Have you ever had either Yoo-Hoo or Chocolate Soldier?
I don't think so. I don't think I have.
Are
Have
they
you?
are they the same drink?
They're close.
Do they taste alike?
Similar but not the same, Landry. Similar but not the same.
Didn't Kenny Chesney mention Yoo-Hoo in one of his songs?
Yes.
Which song?
The one about being on the beach.
225-9697.
That's every one of his songs.
You know, Nathan, he was playing Sammy Hagar's party once and decided to write a song. He was telling Rich Eisen about that, I think. Yeah, Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen will have anybody on his show, even though he's a sports guy.
Landry, within 20 years, every human being alive will have a podcast. And every celebrity who's ever lived will have a documentary about him or her. Within 20 years.
Didn't Marty Short as Jiminy Glick say that? No, or was it Jerry Seinfeld? I think you're right. Everybody will have a documentary.
Yeah.
I can't wait until they make the one about us. Will they combine it and just make it one documentary to save money?
What'll be the early morning show?
Or will they have to shoot two separate?
The story of the show.
Oh,
is what it'll be.
The show.
And it'll delve into our background in vaudeville.
Do you think it will include mention of the shiny hunters hack?
I can only hope. I really, really do.
Shiny, happy hunters holding hands.
ransom.
I heard
holding me hostage.
You know the song "What's Up" by Four Non Blondes?
Yes,
That
their song.
Yeah, well, that was their only album. They broke up shortly after. The gal who was the lead
with the hat and the nose ring.
Is it Linda Perry?
No.
I think her name. Yeah, I do. I think it was Linda Perry.
Well, there was that Christina Perry was that girl that sang "Jar of Hearts."
Jar of Hearts and the other song.
1,000 Years.
Different person.
So they're not the same.
Not the same person. Different people. Linda Perry, lead singer of Four Non Blondes, and they sang "What's Up." Their one song off their one album, smash hit, still very popular today. They tell me at TikTok and karaoke places. I didn't know that she was also a songwriter. I think she wrote that song, but you know the song, I better jump it up when we get this party started by Pink? That was a terrible version because I don't know the words.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. She wrote that. She wrote songs for Gwen Stefani and Christina Aguilera.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But she has also just released her first music in 25 years, which will probably be much less popular than the Four Non Blonde song "What's Up" or anything she wrote for any of those other.
7:32. It's finally Friday. 96.5 KECO is the early morning show.
Linda Perry.
Is there anything going? Oh, by the way, the Thunder won last night again by 18 points.
By 18 points, I saw
Strange
that.
as that.
So I predict, Nathan, that Saturday when they play again tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Game 3. I'm pretty sure the Thunder will win by 18 points.
Did you see what jerseys they were wearing last night?
No.
Those ridiculous. I don't know what they're called. But
the city jersey,
maybe
Unity jersey.
I thought they looked awful.
Retro jersey,
the wretched,
the Bud Wilkinson era jersey,
the wretched jersey,
the Linda Perry jersey.
You know what current pop song I really like? Now I don't know how current it is anymore. Maybe it was a big deal 4 months ago and it's already fallen off the face of the earth.
I wish you'd play it for me.
There is a pop song, and look, I know this is a country station and all and blah blah blah, but we like to stay relevant, culturally relevant, and so There is a pop song out now that I think is pretty good. I like the arrangement. I like the vocals. I like it's just light and fun and neat and it sounds like this.
I love this. Olivia Dean. I love this song.
This is live.
So different.
This is live. This is BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge.
Some people make it hard with me, that isn't the case. 'Cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall.
She just has this very clear voice. Just lovely and clear voice, and the arrangement's delightful.
This doesn't sound like anything else anybody's doing. And that's probably one of the reasons it's so popular.
And there are horns, and I love horns.
I know.
And that little shaker thing. She just said laugh. She's British.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it even more now.
In fact, let me back it up and let her hear her say the word laugh. We say laugh around here.
Love? Are you kidding me? Did she mention a Harvard degree in this? I think she does. What's the name of the song?
So easy to fall in love. She just seems so happy to be singing this song, too. She's enjoying herself. That's nice. And the backing, that band's fabulous. I love the sound. I love the arrangement. I love her vocals. I like the lyrics. It's just, everything about this is cool.
No, anyone with a heart would agree. I thought she was saying Harvard degree.
What an old man move you just made, dude. Who's the old guy?
Would you remind me to turn the fan on before I go to bed? I thought she was saying Harvard degree. Anyone with a heart
let me tell you what's
would
going to
agree.
happen, though. Somebody in Nashville is going to hear this song and think, hey, we could make money. And what they're going to do is they're going to slide in a fiddle or somewhere or steal, and we'll hear this on country radio in about 3 months. That's what country does. It'll cross over anyway.
Well, they used to be reverse, where the pop people would steal country songs.
Anyone with a heart would agree.
Anyone with a Harvard degree would. Oh wait. She's
about
just.
that?
It's so bouncy
I
and
know.
it's
Light. It's light, Landry.
And
It's
you know what it
lighthearted.
is? It's chill.
It's like a summertime, a spring or summer song.
It's chill. Is what it is.
Thank you.
Is there another gal who sounds a little like her?
Oh, probably. I can't keep up with the kids anymore.
I don't know. It's hard for me to concentrate on anything now that I have access to Canvas.
What is this song? Reflecting Light. Why do I
I've
know
heard
this
this.
song?
I've heard of this.
Oh, was this on Gilmore Girls? Reflecting Light by Sam Phillips. I think so. I think maybe this appeared on. Yeah, I think this is that scene right at the end of Gilmore Girls.
Are we going to do the outdoor performance of the Gilmore Girls at the Old Town Museum gazebo
I hope
in Oak
so.
City?
I sure hope so.
We have an offer for mechanics, but before you decide anything, take this personality quiz. Question number 1, would you rather wait for someone to tell you what to do, or do you want to be the one deciding what needs to be done? Question number 2, do you want to be responsible for how things turn out, or do you like to lay low, do your work, and go home? Question number 3, do you like it when others depend on you, or does that make you nervous? How did you answer? We need a lead mechanic to oversee our fleet of trucks. We need a leader to keep the trucks rolling and DOT compliant. Increased responsibility means increased pay, plus benefits that make your life easier. If you take care of the fleet, we'll take care of you. Are you the lead mechanic we're looking for at Canyon Oilfield Services? Go to canyonoilfield.com, then click on Careers. At Canyon Oilfield Services, the key word is service. Not everyone can be a leader, and that's okay. What about you?
Old Trapper Jack here again, and since I've been practicing my axe throwing at Mountain Men's Axe Throwing and Grub in Elk City, I ain't lost one axe fight. And my belly's always full with their awesome grub. Grab all your buddies and come on down. Pre-book online at www.mountainmanselkcity.com. They're open Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then again from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., Saturdays from noon to 8:30. Dine in or carry out. Located at 325 South Main Street here in Elk City. Come on down and bury the hatchet.
If they just need a seal kit, you tear it completely apart. Replace all the rubber goods that's in the cylinder. Wear rings, lip seals, piston seals. Replace it and put it back together. Test it and send it on its merry way. Most of your farm equipment has cylinders. Sometimes they know what's the matter with it. If it's leaking, they'll bring it in, and they'll sometimes bring their own seal kits with them. I just tear it apart and rebuild it and put her back together. A small one don't take very long at all. The big one, like this one I've got back here, it'll take a couple hours. If they bring their seal kits in with them, it's quick repair. If I have to order my seals in, it's next day. Well, my name is Roy Jones, and everybody in Elk City knows me by Bird. And this is Camrock Supply, Elk City, Oklahoma.
It's 2111 South Main, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
I've known them guys for years and years, and they know what I'm capable of doing.
Generac backup generators are the industry standard, and Carter Electric in Elk City is your authorized Generac dealer. Let's face it, electricity is a highly needed element in our daily lives. It's a proven fact extreme weather impacts electricity providers. So let Carter Electric help you get the properly sized Generac backup generator for your home or business. Plus, they can professionally install it for you. So anytime the power grid goes out, your backup power switches on automatically. And it's fueled by natural gas or propane, so no refueling needed. Carter Electric, 217 West 12th Street in Elk City. Call 225-2447, your Generac authorized dealer.
Time for the weather on the early morning show. My name is Nathan, and now that you know, let's talk about the forecast this afternoon. Gonna be sunny and really, really warm, 88. Southwest winds 10 to 20. Tonight, clear, 52. Tomorrow, sunny, 89. So today, 88. Tomorrow, 89. Pretty similar. Today, they are tomorrow will be similar to today. Today will be similar to tomorrow. Sunshine, upper 80s, southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per.
Nathan, whatever the temperature is right now, may be the perfect temperature.
57 degrees.
Yes, that's
skies
right.
mostly clear.
I've got 57.
57 skies mostly clear. Landry, I want to talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about acting. Everybody loves acting. There are two hot movies right now showing at the local movie theater. One of them is the Michael Jackson movie. What's it called? Is it called Michael?
I think it's called Michael.
The other one is
Jackson.
The Devil Wears Prada 2, and I frankly would like to see both of them. I have heard wonderful things. Well, I've heard wonderful things about the Michael movie from two relatives who saw it, and The Devil Wears Prada 1 the first one was so good. I really enjoyed that. Great performances, great roles, fun story.
Maybe I need to go back and rewatch the original.
So I want to watch The Devil Wears Prada 2 with Meryl Streep and Annie Hathaway, Stanley Tucci, Emily Blunt, and other people. I wonder if Simon Baker is going to come back in 2 because he was in 1, The Mentalist.
He was in 1?
That Australian actor, that handsome Australian actor who 20 years ago was a huge deal. Out of nowhere, here comes Simon Baker. He's The Mentalist, and he got into movies and then just faded away.
I watched him in part of some movie that I think I quit watching. Did he play a lawyer or was it an executive who was gotten in trouble for, I don't know, drinking and driving or drinking?
Was that a TV show called The Guardian with Dabney Coleman?
It may have been.
That was the first thing I ever remember him doing. It was a CBS show in the early 2000s called The Guardian, set in Pittsburgh. It was always cloudy and depressing. He got into trouble with drugs, I think.
Oh, that was it.
And so had to do...
Was he a lawyer?
He was a lawyer. And he had to do community service or
Yes.
something and help out kids.
Was it pro bono lawyer work?
That was the first time I ever remember him. Then from there, he went on to do The Mentalist and became a huge deal.
Did you watch all that?
I'm in the middle of
it now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy it quite a bit. Is it heavy? I mean, at times it is.
Does Brad Whitford play the bad guy?
Eventually he will, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, he was in the first Devil Wears Prada. And I'm wondering if he'll come back in the segment. I don't know. But anyway, I want to watch both. I really would like to see both of them. So we'll have to see what the weekend holds for us. But speaking of acting and actors, Landry, I want you to think about all the movies you've ever seen. I guess TV shows would apply here too. When you think about great acting, you usually think about movies. What are some fabulous acting performances where you see something and you say, man, that actor just knocked it out? I looked up a list this morning, which these are all just people's opinions. There's no objective criteria for what makes great acting. And yet there are some performances that do seem to come up over and over. This is one person's list from Reddit. When you Google greatest acting performances of all time, this is the top 10 from a human being. Number 10, Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler. Cate Blanchett in Blue Jasmine. Number 8, Natalie Portman in Black Swan. Number 7, Christian Bale in The Machinist. Number 6, Philip Seymour Hoffman in a movie called The Master. Number 5, Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club. Number 4, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Aviator. Number 3, Marlon Brando in The Godfather. Number 2, Daniel Day-Lewis in a movie called There Will Be Blood. And number 1, Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. I looked up a couple of other lists this morning, and a few of these movies appear multiple times. For instance, There Will Be Blood, Daniel Day-Lewis. I've never seen that movie, but I've heard great things about his performance. Now, Marlon Brando in The Godfather, that's one of those that just comes up over and over on both movies and great acting performances. Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master. Frankly, I'd never heard of The Master before this morning. But this performance has come up in 2 or 3 different lists of all-time best acting performances. And so let me go to another list of great acting performances. This is from IMDb, which is the official acting website. This is the official TV show movie website. And let's just do their top 10 because I don't want to. Number 10, this is IMDb. And it was done 12 years ago, so it's not going to have anything done in the last 12 years. But as of 12 years ago, according to IMDb, greatest acting performances of all time. Number 10, Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia. Number 9, Laurence Olivier in a movie called Rebecca from 1940. Number 8, Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood. Number 7, Al Pacino in Serpico, 1973. Number 6, Paul Newman in The Hustler. Number 5, Jimmy Stewart in Vertigo. Number 4, Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now. That's interesting. Didn't mention The Godfather. Number 3, Toshiro Mifune in Yojimbo from 1961. As you may have guessed, this is a Japanese movie. Number 2, Robert De Niro, Cape Fear. Not Raging Bull, Cape Fear. And according to this IMDb list created 12 years ago, the number 1 best all-time greatest acting performance was Jack Nicholson in Chinatown, 1974. And so a few of these on this list were the same as the other list that I looked at. And the reason this came up, I saw a clip yesterday of Steven Spielberg talking about a role in a movie that I saw. And it's been a dozen years since I've seen this movie, but I remember, maybe more, but I remember being thoroughly impressed by the whole movie and specifically by this actor's performance. And later, I think you've said you've never seen this movie, but I saw the movie Lincoln. Steven Spielberg directed it. Daniel Day-Lewis played Abe Lincoln. Sally Field played Mary Todd, his wife. And then you had a whole cast of David Strathairn played Seward, Secretary of State. You had Tommy Lee Jones playing a congressman who I don't recall. Yeah. And I remember, and it was a long one for a movie to sit through at the movie theater. It was like 2.5 to 3 hours to sit through. But it was really a good movie, and I remember. And the reason I'm bringing this whole thing up, yesterday Steven Spielberg was asked a question. When have you been just humbled or awed by an actor or on a movie set? And Spielberg said it's always an actor who humbles me, who just stops me. And he talked about, there's a scene in the movie Lincoln where Daniel Day-Lewis plays Abraham Lincoln, and it's about the passage of the 13th Amendment. There's some scene and it's like a 4-minute monologue or 4-minute scene. Daniel Day-Lewis is going through this whole thing, and they're running through this scene. Steven Spielberg said Steven Spielberg was so moved by this scene, he had to get up and walk out and walk away. And when it was over, Spielberg said, Daniel Day-Lewis, the actor who played Lincoln, you look around and the director's not there. And so Daniel Day-Lewis goes looking for Steven Spielberg, and he always called Spielberg Skipper. He said he calls me this to this day, calls me Skipper. So he goes look at Skipper. Where'd you go? Are you okay? And Spielberg said he was in another room crying.
Wow.
He was so moved by that performance in that scene by Daniel Day-Lewis. And when I saw that yesterday, I thought, yeah, I remember watching that movie, and I remember thinking, man, this Daniel Day-Lewis, he knows how to act. Are there any acting performances you've seen where you thought, man, that was just outstanding acting?
I have seen Lincoln, but it's been so long, I need to go back and rewatch it. When you said, let's think of the greatest acting performances, a couple came to mind, and they're because I've seen the movies, and one of them is my favorite movie, and I really like these actors. Jack Nicholson, he was in one of those lists you just gave about Chinatown.
For Chinatown.
And was that number one?
Yeah, in the IMDb list from 12 years ago.
Chinatown. Jack Nicholson was in my favorite movie, A Few Good Men, and he had a relatively small role, but he won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor as playing Colonel Nathan Jessup.
And and in that movie, even though he had it was an important role, but he wasn't on screen a lot. His was the best performance in that movie.
Yes, that was an excellent performance. I have heard multiple actors who were in that movie telling stories about Jack Nicholson on set. At the table read, Noah Wiley. He went on to be on ER, and now he's on The Pit. Noah Wiley had he was 19 years old, had an extremely small role. He said at the table read.
He was only 19?
He was 19.
Wow.
Table read. He said, you show up at the table read, and nobody takes it seriously because you're just reading through a script. He said when Jack Nicholson's turn came up, he was on, and he gave the same performance at the table read that he gave on camera. And Noah Wiley said, "Oh, I stood up. I thought, I sat up straight in my chair, and I said, oh, so this is how you do it at this level." And I've heard other people say off camera. I mean, just when he's running lines, I don't understand everything about movies, but Jack Nicholson gave the same performance that we see every time it was his turn. At every stage of the movie.
What's interesting to me about Nicholson is he's known now really more for being Jack Nicholson and just his whole persona, this sort of wacky guy.
He's the guy who's on the sidelines
but,
of the Lakers game. But everybody does the Jack Nicholson impression.
But what I think what gets lost in that is apparently he was an outstanding actor.
Good enough to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in a pretty small role, but I think you're right, Nathan. I think his was the best performance in A Few Good Men, and of course, frankly, I mean, it was the best role.
So has anybody out there in our vast listening audience, are there any performances that stand out for you? It could be TV. I mean, it could be TV. It could be a movie, and I've seen many. I know. They don't come to mind readily. But man, when I thought about, because there's some actors who are just known as they're just actors, man.
Speaking of the Academy Award, Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks. I mean that role is interesting and unique
and so different.
It's so stylized, and he played a unique character from Alabama, and so he had to be somebody completely different than who he is. It's a little like Sling Blade. Billy Bob Thornton. Did he win an Academy Award for Sling Blade?
I don't know.
I mean, that role,
that
is a strange and fascinating role. And I think he did an excellent job in that movie, in that role.
In a different...
Opposite Dwight Yoakam, by the way.
In a different list, I know I saw another... Oh, no, it was the same... Because that IMDb list goes through like 68 or 70. And there are a lot of really good performances and notable performances listed there.
Like Sissy Spacek as Loretta Lynn.
Man, she was fantastic. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
Coal miner's daughter.
Sissy Spacek as Loretta Lynn. Man, she became Loretta Lynn. It was and she did the singing herself. Man, that Sissy Spacek as Loretta Lynn in Coal Miner's Daughter is just an outstanding bit of acting. And of course, everybody talks about Meryl Streep.
Yes.
and how wonderful she is in everything she does.
Did you see Sophie's Choice?
No.
Me neither. I know I've seen a scene or two from it. Man, that's sad.
And of
I know
course,
it's a very sad
and everybody
movie.
talks about Robert Duvall in Tender Mercies when he played the washed-up country singer.
Well, didn't he win an Academy Award?
I think
for that?
so.
Well, somebody thought he did a pretty good job.
Also in this list, you had Gene Hackman for The French Connection.
You know, Kevin Costner, the actor, no mean actor himself, was asked, who's the best actor you ever worked with? And he said, Gene Hackman.
Oh, okay. Best actor.
Gene Hackman.
But do you remember when somebody asked him who's the biggest star you ever worked with? Remember what he said?
I have a guess. Was it Sean Connery?
Yes, it was. He said he was the biggest star.
Give us your Sean Connery impression.
I need a line. Okay, well, it's about 6 minutes away from the top. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be back to talk about movie characters.
He played Harrison Ford's father in one of the Indiana Jones movies, right?
You got to remember, Jesus was not born in Jerusalem. It was in Bethlehem.
Good morning, sunny and 57. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Athep. A Foss man is facing multiple felony charges after investigators say he sent threatening messages targeting his wife, a judge, and others. According to a probable cause affidavit, 39-year-old Kirk Ledbetter is charged in Beckham County with planning or threatening violent acts, computer-related crimes, and violating a protective order. Authorities say messages found on a laptop included threats involving firearms and property damage. Investigators also reported finding guns and ammunition at a Foss area home despite a court order requiring firearms to be surrendered. Ledbetter was arrested on April 28th at the Beckham County Courthouse before a scheduled hearing. Oklahoma will soon implement a new law aimed at protecting oil and gas companies from certain climate-related lawsuits. Governor Kevin Stitt recently signed Senate Bill 1439, called the Energy Security and Independence Act. The measure was backed by Senator Julie Daniels and Representative Anthony Moore of Clinton. Beginning November 1st, most civil claims tied to the lawful production and sale of fossil fuels will be prohibited unless specific environmental or labor law violations can be proven. Supporters say the law protects a major part of Oklahoma's economy, while critics argue it could limit accountability over environmental concerns. And Southwestern Oklahoma State University has announced the dedication of the Brewster Bryant Family Office of the Dean of the College of Pharmacy inside the new Jerry and Margaret Hodge Center for Pharmacy and Rural Health in Weatherford. The recognition honors Herschel and Carol Brewster for decades of support to SWAZU and the College of Pharmacy. Herschel Brewster retired in 2024 after serving as president and CEO of First National Bank in Weatherford and has been active in numerous community and state organizations. The new Hodge Center opened earlier this year and serves as the home of the SWAZU College of Pharmacy and Center for Rural Health. In-state news: an arrest made in connection with the mass shooting event that happened near Edmond. Oklahoma News Network's Jackie O'Brien has that.
An arrest has been made in connection with the deadly shooting incident at Lake Arcadia in Edmond. 18-year-old Jalen Davis is facing murder charges in the death of Aviana Smith-Gray. A total of 23 people were hurt, all of them with gunfire-related injuries. Police say more arrests are expected. I'm Jackie O'Brien.
These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Right now, sunny and 57. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Athep.
But Corbin, I don't work for Ford. Doesn't matter, Nathan. We're going to treat you like you work directly for the Ford Motor Company.
Hey, Ford employees get a pretty sweet deal, right?
The sweetest. Even cheaper than we can buy it at BD Ford. Right now, everybody pays what Ford Motor Company employees pay on every single vehicle line we've got. Ford's never done this before. Take advantage of the super special employer pricing right now at Barbara Dyson Ford in Oak City. Online at barbardysonford.net.
Hoses? Man, you got to have your hoses. You got to. I mean, if your hoses break, forget it. You're done. Washed up. Can't do anything. American Hose and Supply. Hoses and fittings. American Hose and Supply inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse. It's a Donut Friday everywhere you go. 301 North Van Buren, east side of Elk City. It's Amy Donuts. Open till 2 this afternoon or until they sell out. Donuts, 301 North Van Buren, Amy Donuts.
Speaking of great acting performances, Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
In Rain Man.
Oh!
Dustin Hoffman.
Did he win the award for that?
I think he did. Tom Cruise has gotten close. See, he was in Rain Man.
Yeah.
I think Dustin Hoffman won Academy Award for that. Tom Cruise was in A Few Good Men. Jack Nicholson won an Academy Award for that movie. Kevin Bacon, he won the Kevin Bacon Award.
Landry, do you still travel in solitude? 2016 Solitude Travel Trailer, page 11 of the Penny News, page 11. Next to it, a GR dump trailer, gooseneck, 14x7, 14,000-pound axles, 11,850. Page 11 trailers, page 11 of the Penny News trailers.
Nathan, what do you think is Robin Williams' best performance? It was so sad, but Dead Poets Society,
Yeah.
well, that was heavy.
I think, and tell you what else was heavy was Good Morning Vietnam. It ended up being
Yes,
heavy. It was funny
very
and then heavy.
And so was Patch Adams.
He did those tragedy roles
They were
well.
so funny and yet so tragic.
What a talented guy. He could do... I mean, he could make you
drama,
laugh,
he could
could make you
comedy.
cry. He was really something.
So what do you think his best performance was?
Best and favorite are linked together. I mean,
Favorite is better.
I'm a Dead Poets Society, Good Morning Vietnam fan. The later stuff, I'm not as big a fan of his later movies once he got into the late 90s and early 2000s. But you know what? We still love him. Fox News, Exploring Energy, Tradio at 10, and more coming up at 96.5 KECO in Elk City. And I sure hope you remember at 2:45 this afternoon that KECO loves you, because we do love you, and we want you to know it and remember it. So this is your verbal hug for the day from KECO Radio. Just bless your heart.
A school bus pulling up to a stop. That's what country sounds